Hello and welcome to this lecture on Autodesk Maya and scripting. Maya and scripting. If you haven't already, please head to the Python crash course in this series of lectures and watch the last video about best practices. Even if you scripted for years within Maya or just have basic scripting experience, please, this is a very important video that should help you going forward. Okay, we're going to summarize some of the key points here, but I think it'll be more useful for you to watch the full video there. All right, number one, familiarize yourself with the Maya Python API. The Maya Python API provides access to Maya's functionality through Python. It can be used to create, manipulate, and query Maya scenes, objects, and attributes. Understanding the API is essential for scripting in Maya. Number two, use the script editor. The script editor is an interactive Python shell in Maya that allows you to test and execute Python commands. You can use it to experiment with Python commands, test your scripts. It also has a history feature that allows you to recall previously executed commands. Just make sure that you have line numbers and errors and show stack trace ticked on. Number three, use the Maya Python commands. Maya provides a set of Python commands that can be used to interact with Maya's functionality. These commands can be accessed through the maya.commands module. Using these commands can simplify your code and make it easier to read and understand, and we will look into this further in the course. You can use Python modules to structure your code and make it more reusable. You can create your own modules or use third-party modules to extend Maya's functionality. Use Python classes. Python classes can be used to create custom objects that represent Maya nodes. This can make your code more organized and easier to understand. Use Python decorators. Python decorators can be used to add functionality to existing Python functions and methods. You can use them to create custom UI elements or to add custom attributes to Maya nodes. Number 7, use error handling and testing. Error handling is essential in scripting. Full stop, period. End of the sentence, end of the paragraph, end of everything. You must test and handle your errors. Okay, you should always include error handling in your scripts to handle unexpected situations and prevent crashes. These should then be tested for to make sure that they do not reoccur. It's not simply good enough saying, oh, well, I made this module or I made this tool easy enough so that anyone should be able to use it. Well, yeah, that sounds great in theory, but in practice, you are going to be giving your script out to people that are new, that do not have context of what you've done, how the company works. So you may have been at a company for 5 years, but somebody else will not have been. They might be their first day and clicking on your script to do something for them. Okay, so make sure that you give information, you have doc strings, you have information that if the animators or whoever's using your tool don't know how to use your tool, that they can click on and go, how to use this, okay? Otherwise, you're making life harder for other people, which is a big no-no in life, let alone in scripting. Number 8, use version control. Version control is important for managing your scripts and collaborating with others. You can use version control like Git to track changes and collaborate with others. And again, there are lots of resources online of how to use Git and how to branch, okay? Do not push to master. Okay, there are a few companies I've been to, I won't name names, and they are big companies. We're talking some of the biggest companies in the world, and they seem to think it's okay to push to master. And I've even talked to the senior developers there about this, and it doesn't seem to ring home to them that how bad an idea this is. Like I've said to you before on here, I've been paid for days not working. I've spent days not working, and I've been paid for it because companies push to master, and when something breaks, it breaks everything for everyone. Now that won't happen. That's the whole point of using a version control software like Git, is that you can branch, make your changes in that branch, check they're all working, and then merge them back to master once they've been checked. You don't merge to master because if you don't check properly, or if you make a mistake, you destroy master. Okay, that is not a good way to program. Number 9, use good coding practices. So as we've just spoken about basically, but use good coding practices like commenting in your code. Use descriptive variable names. Okay, use descriptive everything. Use descriptive class names. Use descriptive variable names that are obvious. Okay, don't just use something that is descriptive within the context of what you're doing. Make it clear without context. Okay, that is a good way to look at things. Okay, so follow PEP 8 guidelines to make sure your code is more readable and maintainable. This will make your life easier and the lives of those working with you. Okay, you will find life a lot less stressful when you work within a series of rules like this. I know that some people are against, having too strict rules, but if you want to work somewhere where there are no rules and everyone just does what they want, very quickly you're going to realize how difficult it is not knowing what everyone else is doing, how they're doing it, and what practices they use. Whereas if you work in a team, a small team, or like an agile team of 6 to 8 people, and everyone has naming conventions they work with, they have set structures and plans in place for how to attempt to write certain structures, you're going to find life very easy because you all know how each other work. You can help each other. You can work together. You can quickly critique another person's code. Life just gets easier. So try to make sure you look at PEP 8 and you use it as your Bible. Okay, this is going to be very important for you going forward. All right, thank you so much for listening. I hope this wasn't too preachy. I don't mean to be, but I've obviously been on both sides of this, where as a junior, I didn't know what was best to do, and then observed good practices, bad practices as you go through, then being like junior, mid, to then being a senior, where you've started working in quite a few places where you have good practices and you realize how much easier life can be when everyone is working within a structured system. Okay, life is just easier. And I literally mean that. You will make your life easier. You will save days, months, years of your life by just having good working practices that you can all work with and then follow. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to talking to you on the next course.